I hope you all hello with this peace. Good day. Good afternoon, good evening. Hope all are well. Hope all are safe. So I'm gonna say excuse the background, the music. Don't copyright it. I'm walking away from the noise. I'm in LA. It comes with background noise and sound effects and everything. So I'm trying to get somewhere where it's partially quiet, even though quiet does not exist in LA. And yes, I am talking trash. Okay. But first, I was trying to debate. Do I label this video you make me smile or saying no to anger? So I'm thinking, so if you say no to anger and find the alternative, oh, you know, I'm gonna smile instead of being mad, you know, because I wanted to break it all down, but I'm just like, do I do this, say no to anger? So I don't know. I'll debate on. Maybe I can put them both in there. Excuse the mics too, as far as the wind and the sound effects in the mics. Come on. Really. So I'm gonna try to find a quiet spot. Trust me, y'all. Give me a minute. One more. You know what the crazy thing is? I got somewhere where it was quiet, but then I got around a bunch of people that are feeling the effects of their drugs. So let me keep moving, so I won't be interrupted. Everybody's feeling real good over here. Oh my God, really? You got dancing? You got how are you? You got dancing? No, you will not get signed for them damn ears. No. Excuse that one too, YouTube. I don't have nothing to do with the music in the back. Those are sound effects that come with LA. So, I guess the first thing I can say is, as I mentioned, the quiet angle. There's no such thing as silence around here. Saying no to anger, because I don't want to say I just learned that I have a temper, but I do. But it's like certain triggers, certain things will just make it to where it could be the littlest thing, and I'm ready to, like, in this moment, 10 seconds to 10 hours, I'm like literally I'm just seeing red, and I'm just like, okay, I don't care what happens between 10 seconds and 10 hours from now in this time frame. So I'm thinking like, okay, that's not healthy. And I only got that epiphany to say no to anger, because it was like, okay, well, when you get so angry, that's feeding demons, and basically that feeds a demon. That give a demon the chance to come in. Oh, I was mad, or I was mad for 10 seconds, so I choked the life out of my wife, or mad for 10 seconds, and that's when I shot up space, because I was mad for the 10 seconds, and you do that for that 10 seconds, and then now the demon is on to someone else to jump. You know, he done finished the job with you, because you done follow through. I'm angry in this moment, and then after, why'd I do that, or I wish I didn't done that, you know. So I'm just thinking, like, that's why it's important to, you know, just say no. It's best to walk away. Sometimes it's easier said than done. Like, oh no, I'm pissed, no, fuck that, because I only had to take my own medicine and eat my own words, because I was just pretty much like, there's this particular female that I come around, or it always comes around me, basically. Hey, girl. How you doing? Pretty much is asking for it every time I see it. I'm like, lady, haven't you heard the word saying, you shall receive, or ask you shall? You know, I'm pretty much like, okay, yes, you don't have to worry about me. You ain't got to beg me for an ass whooping, basically. Like, for this particular lady, like, she makes me so red hot mad to where I'm like, it'll be nothing for me to choke, to say the least. Like, pretty much, yeah, she doesn't have to look far and wide if she wants to be finished or executed, whatever. I'm your gal. Call me. Even when someone else told me, he was like, yeah, you know what's the name, and the other lady almost got into a fight, but I had to jump in because I don't like to see women fight. I'm thinking, like, you know what's the reason why I wasn't here? Because I would have definitely egged that on. Because I'm thinking, remember I told you, I would love to, you know, rip her head off, to say the least. And I'm thinking, like, if somebody else is, I'm going to definitely be, yes, if you don't tear her up, I will, you know. So I'm glad I wasn't there to egg it on, because I'm thinking, like, well, that anger, that little 10 seconds of anger or whatever, this and that, it's not really worth it, because it's like, okay, that's, oh, I'm angry in the moment, and then maybe tomorrow or maybe the next second I'm fine. So that's what makes it best to not entertain it, because it's like, once it goes down, or once you're not mad anymore, or since you're up and down mad, don't even entertain it. Like I say, you give these demons a chance to jump into your body, do what they want to do with you, because you're mad, or because you left that portal open. I don't give a fuck between 5 seconds and 5, you know. You don't give a f. And this demon, oh, they don't give a fuck. Let's use this for opportunity to kill the whole, shoot the school up. You know what I'm saying? Now your ass sitting behind bars, and now your ass is about to be next on the guillotine, and they're off to the next fool who leaves the door open. And also too, so it's like, you have to find a healthy alternative. Okay, instead of getting mad, I'm either going to pray for you, I'm going to walk away, or I'm going to find a healthy alternative. I'm just going to laugh and smile about it. So I was watching a few videos that actually made me smile. So I'm thinking, like, that's why I was like, you make me smile. Like, I actually laughed that one off. You know, I'm actually not mad anymore. I probably will be mad again between 2 and 4 a.m. because that's when they usually show out again. You know, in the early wee hours between 2 and 4 a.m. So I'm thinking like, okay, I'll be fine now, but between 2 and 5, it's your ass. You know, I'm all over again. So I'm thinking like, okay, you know, I'd rather just laugh. So there was a story of a man. This is a deaf man. He was deaf, mind you, deaf and married, and he said he heard his wife's voice for the first time. You know, they put the ear machines or something in there to where, oh, he had his surgery. I can hear, like, oh my goodness, So the doctor was testing it out, and he's like, hello, can you hear me? And the guy, he was like, yeah, I can hear you, yeah. So he said, yeah. And the wife was like, oh my God, we were so excited. He was like, ow. So he started crying. You'll think, oh my God, I can finally hear. See, you know, people start crying because they're in disbelief or this sounds so beautiful. And he was saying, he was like, oh my God, like, make it stop. Like, he was, you know, tugging at the hearing aid, like, like, help with this hearing aid. And he was like, and the doctor was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Is it too loud? He said, no, it's her voice. She's annoying. Please make it stop. No. So he basically wanted his wife to shut the F up. And then he pointed to a picture of a guy that was smiling. He had a big Kool-Aid smile. Next to a woman that's assumed to be his wife. He said, do you see that guy smiling? He said, that's because he's probably deaf and he can't hear the shit that I'm hearing. Which is true. A lot of people think like, oh, that's so intense. Now, how would you not want to hear your wife's voice? First of all, women are, I might as well use profanity. I've already been done. Women are fucking annoying. And I guess I'm included in it too. I don't consider myself annoying, but I'm sure somebody would find me annoying. Would you shut the fuck up? YouTube on down wants me to shut the fuck up. And I'm sure I could be annoying to somebody. So it's like, in other words, shut up. Don't remind me. And honestly, I can appreciate it. I put a smile on my face because that made me feel like, okay, yes, I appreciate being deaf and blind at certain times. Because sometimes I don't want to hear or see the shit that I have to endure every day. It does feel good to just say, all I hear is the sound of silence. The sound of silence, that's the best noise in the world. The sound of silence. It was a famous song written about it. The sound of silence. And you can copyright that, YouTube. But it's a song called The Sound of Silence. What is it? Simon and Garfunkel. It's called The Sound of Silence. Lovely, slow melody. The sound of silence. And it just sounds so, oh my gosh. Like somebody, you ever heard, like now you hear all the background noise and the white noise and black noise and brown noise, whatever. But like literally so quiet to where you can hear a pin drop. And then also too, you can't, I wear these shades too. This is the closest thing to Helen Keller's eyes that I can get as far as not seeing anything either. And I'm not saying I don't want to be like this all the time, but there's sometimes where I appreciate not having eyes or ears. That's why the hell I wear my shades with my ears covered and all. My tunnel visions are turned off. You see me. It would be offended. And I kept going like, no, that's the point. It's turning off my peripherals, putting my ears on, and I don't hear or see nothing unless whatever I have going through the sensories of my brains that I put in there. Not the gunshots and not this music or the sound effects that I did not push play on. But yeah, I found that. Oh, excuse me, I got no idea here. Leave a tip, tsdav at gmail.com. Hit the cash app, PayPal. Oh my God, shut up. I got another guy over here. He's a fan too that I didn't order, and I call myself running into a corner, but I guess I'm not that far off in the corner. But yeah, I felt that put a smile on my face. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so funny that he wanted to go back into his ears to be dormant. He's like, oh my gosh, he said, this is what I've been waiting to hear. Like, oh my God, can you make it stop? He wanted the doctor to rip his hearing aid out of his ear because he just could not stomach his wife. Like, oh my God, we were so excited. So she's happy that he could hear, and he's like, oh my God, he was crying. Like, not that he was happy, he was crying like, oh my God, can you tell her to shut the F up, please? You know, I got another audio. Send a cash out to tsdav, like you understand. PayPal me that. No, Dr. Umar. Hit the cash app. Still Dr. Umar going. You sitting there watching, hit the cash app. I don't have a cash app up, but I will put one up there. I mean, anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. That put a smile on my face. So, like, for now, like, oh, I'm happy now. I'm going to laugh that one off. But again, though, I'm going to leave that window open between 12 a.m. and 5 a.m. because I know that's when certain demons stir about at, you know, the wee hours. And I will be ready for that demon. I was like, okay. I said, since you want to calm now, I already know you're going to be back at it in the wee hours. So, yeah, whenever you want me to cast that demon out of you, I will. And I'm not going to be angry because I'm not going to say a word. You know, just going to be one or two arms swinging and perhaps some legs and feet. But I'm not going to say nothing else. Like I say, I don't want to be so, I'm red hot mad. I can flatline you. I can do this and that and end up with blood on my shirt. No. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to walk away and I'm going to I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh about it. Like that story with the guy. That was pretty funny. He's like, oh. Can you hear it? Yes, turn it off. He's like, yeah. But I found that pretty funny. I was like, okay, that put a smile on my face. And I'm gonna laugh. I'm laughing in the moment. So I'm not red hot anymore. I am laughing in the moment. But hopefully I'll have the same joy at between 12 and 5 a.m. You know, when the real demons come out. You know, as far as, you know, after people, you know, enjoy their drinks and alcohol, you know, and drugs and all that, you know, get the feeling themselves, and they let, you know, Leviathan or whoever that demon is take the wheel, you know, because they feeling themselves, you know, because they had one too many drinks, and that's where I come in, you know, to rebuke them. But anyway, well, be well and be safe. I thought I would, you know, give that story on, you know, putting a smile on your face. All right, be well.